Hey guys, welcome back to Nerds and Nutrition, and welcome to this channel if you're new. My name is Leslie, and today I want to talk to you guys about the pill. Specifically, I'm going to talk to you about why and when I first went on the pill, my experience with hormonal birth control, why I decided to stop taking the pill, and how my body has responded the last 6 months of being pill-free. But before I get into any of that, I do want to reiterate that I am not a doctor, I am not pretending to be a doctor, and I am certainly not telling any of you that you need to stop taking the birth control pill. If, however, you are considering stopping birth control, I would recommend that you work with your doctor as closely as necessary and make sure that you understand your options. So let's get started. So when and why did I start taking the pill? When I was 12 years old, I was diagnosed with PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome, a syndrome where cysts develop on your ovaries, and it can lead to things like abdominal pain, abnormal periods, infertility. And the doctors immediately put me on the birth control pill, explaining that the pill would dissolve my cysts and prevent them from coming back. Well, this obviously appealed to me, seeing as how PCOS and endometriosis both run in my family. So I wanted to do everything that I could to prevent that from happening. Overall, I was on hormonal birth control for 17 years. And over those 17 years, I had switched my pill probably at least 6 times due to side effects. Some of the side effects that I experienced on birth control were weight gain, an inability to lose that weight, severe migraines, major loss of sex drive, and incredible mood swings. Certain pills I took either gave me severe migraines, or others simply didn't do anything to keep my cysts at bay, which was the main reason that I had been put on birth control to begin with. For several years, as long as I can remember, I really assumed that being on birth control was my only option at controlling my PCOS. My doctors kept telling me that the longer I was on the pill, the more it would prevent against certain cancers, the more it would prevent my PCOS. Whenever I talked to my doctors about the side effects of the pill that I was really concerned about, namely the migraines, the increased risk for stroke and blood clots, they simply shrugged these things off and told me that it wasn't a major concern and that those things don't happen very often. But in my family, a close family member did have a brain aneurysm, and another one of my family members has blood clots in her lungs from a severe medication reaction with her birth control pill and her pill to fight migraines. So these things really scared me, and it got me thinking about whether or not I should be on birth control for a long term. So why did I decide to stop hormonal birth control? After all, I had birth control, a way to prevent PCOS from rearing its ugly head, some acne control. I mean, who doesn't like these things, right? But the side effects that I was experiencing, I decided far outweighed the benefits of being on the pill. And for me personally, I was at a point in my life where I was really cleaning up my diet. I had gone vegan about a year prior to that, and I was really paying attention to the things that I was putting in and on my body. So I decided that I didn't want to put hormones into my body that would artificially control my cycle. The last pill that I was on simply did not agree with my system at all. My gynecologist had recommended this pill. She herself was on this pill, and she actually had some really good success with it, so she had been telling some of her patients to give it a shot, and I did. After all, I had changed my pill so many times over the course of the previous 16 years. I decided, hey, why not? A new pill is worth a shot. This will be my last pill that I try to see how I feel on it. I didn't feel good at all. I gained even more weight, and despite how hard I tried to lose that weight, it just simply would not come off. My sex drive was nowhere to be found. I mean, it was completely non-existent, and the thought of being intimate with someone actually grossed me out. And that's not normal for a woman in her late 20s. What really threw me off with this last pill was my mood swings. My mood was all over the place. One minute I was happy, the next I was bawling my eyes out. I was so irritable all the time, and I just didn't feel like myself, and I knew something was off and something had to change. So once I decided that I wanted to stop hormonal birth control, I did talk to my doctor. So I made an appointment with my gynecologist and told her that I was thinking of stopping hormonal birth control. And it's sad to say, but I honestly didn't get that much feedback from my doctor. She just told me that some women feel great when they stop the pill and others feel like crap, and then they end up going back on the pill. And I had even talked to her about a couple supplements that are supposed to help metabolize excess estrogen in the body, because often estrogen dominance is something that women will suffer from after going off of birth control. And I named a couple supplements. She had never heard of them before. She did tell me about evening primrose oil, which I have read from several women did next to nothing for them. Again, everyone is different. Maybe it would help you, but based on the reviews that I was reading, I just didn't feel comfortable trying that avenue. So I did end up going with a supplement called DIM, D-I-M, and that is another estrogen metabolizer to help you with estrogen dominance. So I actually started taking that at the time that I stopped my birth control pill. But in this meeting with my doctor, the one good thing that I did learn was to stop my birth control pill once I reached my placebo or sugar pills. And then that would give me the best chance of having a normal period. Last, I'd like to give you guys a 6-month update on how my body has responded after going pill-free. So the first month after I stopped my pills, I did indeed have my period at the normal time. My body was on a rhythm. I had stopped when I reached my sugar pills, and so my period did start then. But it technically wasn't a real period. The more that I researched this, I realized that it was just withdrawal bleeding, and that many women may not have a true period where they ovulate right after stopping the pill. And I don't think that I actually started ovulating until maybe month 3 or 4 after stopping the pill. Guys, I do have my phone here with some handy dandy notes because I simply can't remember everything that my body went through the first month. There was a lot going on, so I will be referencing some notes here just so I don't leave anything out for you guys. One of the very first things that I noticed after stopping the pill was my mental clarity came back, and it came back in full force. I actually never felt this clear or this confident before, and it's almost like I became a woman after stopping the pill, but I was suddenly standing up for myself and respecting myself more, and I was able to think more clearly and just not have that brain fog all the time. So that was a wonderful side effect. Within the first week and a half to 2 weeks, my sex drive came back with a vengeance. So previously, when I was on this last pill, my sex drive just kind of crawled underneath a rock and it died. But no, it came back and woo, yeah. In the first few weeks, I did have a couple small skin breakouts, but compared to some women who have cystic acne breakouts, I feel that I'm very fortunate in that my skin did not flare up severely whenever I stopped the pill. And I do really associate that with eating a whole foods plant-based diet. I do believe that I would not be able to successfully be off the pill if it was not for my plant-based diet. One side effect that many women do experience is some extra hair loss whenever they stop the pill. But at the time that I stopped my pill, I actually had dreadlocks. So any excess hair that I would have shed simply got caught into my dreadlocks. So I really can't speak to that side effect. But what I can tell you is I lost 11 pounds in 7 weeks. That was the biggest change that my body went through, and it's simply because whenever you're on the pill, your body thinks that it is pregnant, and you're often holding on to excess water weight, and so all that water weight just went away, and I felt amazing. Really, overall, I would have to say the side effects that I did go through were very positive. Weight loss, mental clarity, gained confidence, and just the knowledge that I am not putting something into my body and forcing my body into an unnatural cycle. The first month and a half to 2 months is where the majority of the changes occurred, and now I'm just learning my natural cycle. I had never known what my body naturally did, as I had only started my period 1 year before starting the pill. So until that point, I really wasn't paying attention. I was 11 years old and out playing, and a period is just what happened to you once a month or so. I wasn't paying attention to when my cycle actually was. And then when I was 12 years old, I was put on the pill, so my cycle had been regular and predictable for the last 17 years. In the end, am I happy that I stopped the pill? Hell yeah, I'm happy. I have my mental clarity back, my confidence, my sex drive is back. I feel like I'm a healthy young woman again, and there's no way that I would ever go back on the pill. Again, I'm not telling you that you need to stop the pill. If you are on the pill and it's working for you, wonderful. But if you are deciding that you want to stop the pill or you're considering it, please, again, work with your doctor as closely as necessary and make sure that you know your options, because we do have other options other than being on the pill. So guys, let me know in the comments down below what your experience has been with the pill, whether or not you're on it, whether or not you have stopped, or if you are considering stopping. If you have any questions about the side effects that I went through or my journey with hormonal birth control, I am more than happy to answer your questions. So again, just leave me something in the comments and I will get back to you. As always, guys, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe to this channel if you're not already a fellow nerd. Remember, guys, we are changing culture one plate at a time. Until next time.